Um, who would like to do a recap?
So, dinner at the Castellanters. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so dinner at the Castellanters. I know before we headed out, King had another uncomfortable conversation, this time with Caprica, and, hashed some shit out there. But then we went to the Castellanters. We got there, we were greeted by Giles, who definitely gives off creepy vibes. I bet he's actually a devil in disguise, but that's just my guess. And he has us wait a bit before dinner and the Castellanters are ready. And while we're waiting, we explore the little parlor room and hang out with the kids. And we have a good little, moment to kind of, hang out with them, see what they're about. They're both adorable. They're just a couple of good, kind-hearted kids. And then we speak with the Castellanter parents, and they tell us those kids are going to die. Or worse, because they made some bad decisions in regards to Asmodeus, and they need a lot of cash. The kind of cash that is found underneath a giant mega dungeon underneath the city that we have recently been poking our noses into. And they give us a nice offer of, hey, if you go in there and bring us that 500,000 gold, we'll give you 50,000 of it. And we're like, what? That sounds like a bad trade. They're like, hey, we will do bad stuff to you if you don't do this. Okay, we'll think about it. Can you give us some money up front? Sure, and other, help us do it kind of things. We pretty much talk that out in the side room for a bit, kind of weighing our options, weighing the fact that, oh, hey, Jarlax will offer us a better deal, and also will probably try and kill us if he finds out about this. But also, these people will probably try and kill us, and we're in their house right now, and they're offering money tomorrow as a down payment. So, we agreed to help the Castle Lanterns, and with the big quotation marks around agree, which we might fulfill, depends on how things shake out. But it sounds like we are getting that down payment of, I believe, 10,000. I forget the exact number. In the morning, we had some delicious devil food cake, and I think that was it. And I might be missing something between leaving the bar and Castellanter's villa, but I am forgetting there's actually anything in that little gap there.
No, that's pretty much everything. While you were waiting around in the parlor, you got to, or rather the library, you did get to learn a little bit about the Dragon Ward of Waterdeep, because they have these jars on a shelf that contain, like, recorded lectures that you can listen to. And yeah, so the final sort of score here with the Castellanters, the deal is 10% of the hall for a total of 50,000. They are willing to front you. What is there, like 6 of you? 9,000 up front. So you got a little pocket money you can collect. They've given you a safety deposit key that you can go pick that up tomorrow morning. They are also willing to provide potential non-monetary favors of a reasonable nature somewhere down the line.
King considered asking to be adopted.
Yes, I recall the definition of reasonable versus unreasonable being: reasonable is they adopt King, unreasonable is King becomes their heir and gets all their stuff when they die.
Yes,
I remember that being like the main kind of line in the conversation between all these.
I'd say that's the hard line right there. Another thing is, you guys told them about that you have an arrangement with somebody called JB Nevacott. And the potential danger that could arise should he become aware of what that you guys have made this deal with the Castellanters. One other thing is that Izo would have mentioned looking for help dealing with his uncle's situation of trying to get the bar back. And as we open up, I'm going to we're going to cover a few things that the Castellanders could have sort of given you the skivvy about. In relation to the Jarlaxle point, or the JB Nevacott thing, because you guys don't know his name is actually Jarlaxle.
That's true.
Yeah. But what their recommendation would be, don't tell him about it. Their house, they are very secure in their house. They'll say that much. And just don't tell them. find out what you can about him. Or rather, actually, yeah, don't tell him. Stick to the job. Once you guys have presented get some sort of results. If you do that, the Castellanters are in a position to help you with the JB Nevicott situation. At the very least, they can sort of gather intel for you as to who this guy is, where he is, and maybe help you deal with him in some way. So that's their recommendation when it comes to Jarlaxle. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this handout I made for you. It is a objectives list.
Ooh.
You got your little your journal here, your Skyrim journal. And some of the things, like, I've already taken into account some of the information you're about to receive. So the Castellanters, they have all the documents that you guys had inside that were on the desk and all that. They have the original copies of those. And while you guys have been doing your thing, they've been doing their own digging into some of this stuff. So you guys know about the safety deposit box of Vasily von Holtz, which apparently contains one of these items that you might need. The Castellanters have told you that in order to access it, you're going to have to either steal the box's rune key, which is being kept in the Waterdeep Office of Treasury and Taxation, or you're going to have to bypass the security measures within Castellanter Financial itself. You investigated Neverember's donated statue of a bird, and you know that it is currently being kept in the archive of the Waterdeep Museum of History and Natural Science. You have a meeting with the curator on the 14th to talk about, like, checking that thing out. You know that one of the clues was, like, a gift that Neverember gave to somebody named Draven Brightwater. Well, the Castellanters have been digging into that. Apparently, 6 years ago, all of Draven Brightwater's estate, including his mansion, was sold to somebody named Antonio Slanvini. They can tell you information that they have about Slanvini. They have met him personally. Their assessment of Slanvini is that he is a boor of a man. He is extremely loud, extremely boisterous, very uncouth. They do not like the way he looks at Amalia. From what they know, Slanvini is a noble from a nation called Tethir, which is to the south along the Sword Coast. Showed up about 6 years ago, and when Slanvini came to the city, there was a policy in place where nobles could sell their noble title to non-nobles. Slanvini initially took advantage of that and purchased Draven Brightwater's estate and title. That position, or that rule, that law, was overturned when Lariel Silverhand became Open Lord of Waterdeep. So Slanvini is sort of crestfallen nobility of Waterdeep. They know, and
Slanvini's also the guy who, like, bought a bunch of those alcohol merchants that were trying to get into our kind of non-Brewers Guild group, correct?
Yes, he's purchased some of those. He also controls a big cannery down in Dockward, and he has various other businesses all associated with, say, agriculture or food production or something like that throughout the city.
Wasn't the
he doesn't have he doesn't have a monopoly on anything, but he's got his fingers in a lot of pies, literally and physically.
Wasn't the cannery also tied to the eel cult, or was the eel cult just hiding out there?
It wasn't tied to the eel cult. I think you guys, just because, like, you guys were down in Dockward around the same time as eel cult, and you were around the cannery. There was no tie there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Those just happened to be like story beats that were sort of close together.
Gotcha.
And one other thing that they know about Slanvini is that recently Slanvini has been discreetly inquiring about bringing on some professional security for his home. They don't know why. You know that Diggory, or you have one of your other clues is meet Diggory Whistledown at the intersection of Ignorance Alley and Sea Watch Street, which is going to be very impossible because there is no such alleyway intersection there. Meanwhile, but however, you do, however, have Danny Trench, your neighbor, your detective neighbor, sort of looking into Diggory, trying to find out like who this guy is, and then absolutely nobody fucking knows anything about Ortaskos. Everything else here is basically like personal sort of quests here. I think this is all like stuff that you already know about pretty much. Of possible relevance tonight is probably Vivi following up on the latest scavenger hunt clue. Go to a bar called the Trophy Room. You're looking for the table that would have Vivian's favorite monster on it. It could, in theory, be a riddle. But other than that, yeah, that's what the Castellanters can give you as of right now. If
Good.
nobody has any, or go ahead, King.
Oh, I was just gonna sum up. It seems like our most obvious kind of next steps would be either looking into getting that room key / breaking into the place, or checking out Salvini, seeing if we can break into his estate before he gets that security set up, or following on the scavenger hunt clue is what it sounds like.
Laz will point out that one heist may be better than two. If we can go the route of bypassing Castellanter financial security without a rune key, that might be best. I'd rather only break the law once.
I mean, the place is named after them. Can't they just, the bypassing the shooting measures be them telling Castellanter Financial to let us in?
That's not how that works at all.
Well, what's the point of having a name of something you can't boss around the people inside of it?
Castellanters could tell you, there are certain security protocols they could probably, well, in theory, they could, sort of hand wave away, although it would be super suspicious. But, I mean, they have magical countermeasures that they have no way of circumventing. Like, they can't just turn off the spells.
King just huffs.
Indeed.
Would you keep your money at a bank that just gave it to any random group of people who asked?
Well, I mean, if I was the random person, which I wouldn't be random, but my name would be right on there.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds retarded.
Well, how else are you supposed to make transactions?
Yeah, would you give your money to a bank where the owners could take all your money at any time?
No, I guess.
But that happened in World War. Wait, never mind.
Close. You're just about right. Yeah. But if nobody has any questions for the Castellanters or any other details or anything they want to go over with, we will cut to you guys on your way back to your bar. As you're heading along, you encounter a young woman. I believe King, Ezo, and Lazarus would actually recognize this young lady, especially Lazarus. It is Lynette Hushman, the assistant coroner of Waterdeep. She moonlights as a necromancer, and she's hanging around your bar when you guys get there. She hasn't been drinking or anything. She's been waiting for Laz.
Lynette.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, Inspector. I was there. Could you come to the coroner's office with me? There's something I'd like you to look at. We have some corpses with unusual injuries.
Of course. Ezo, you want to come with or hang back?
Dead bodies creep me out. He heads into the bar.
Wait, maybe we should stick together, right? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm always down for a field trip.
I want to see dead bodies.
Izo's definitely staying at the bar for obvious reasons.
Okay, Izo.
Laz was giving him the opportunity, but like in character, Laz knew exactly what Izo's answer was going to be, given the way he reacted the last time.
Yeah, Jim gets sort of green at the sound of dead bodies, and he heads in as well.
Okay, yeah, let's let those guys stay here. Let's go check this thing out.
Yeah, can I come? Can I come?
Yes,
Sure. Okay.
you're coming.
Okay. She like looks at you, Laz. Like, oh, are they cool?
Laz will give a sigh.
I do like
and
big
he'll give
anime
a
eyes.
Yeah.
I'm tapping
Only
my
if you're
finger.
comfortable.
Okay, so she'll head you guys or lead you guys back over to the corner or over to the coroner's office here in Castle Ward. When you guys arrive, Lynette has a pair of bodies out on I don't know how else to put them. It'd be operating tables. And as she sort of starts like going over what the situation here is, Laz, she like you can see she's made an incision. And is sewn them back up. She proceeds to like pull out the stitches and opens up the corpse for you. And as she's sort of like poking around inside, she's explaining that, well, the thing is, she points to like various organs and like bones and whatnot. These injuries, they're consistent with stab wounds. See, there are lacerations here. She like points to like these clean cuts that are been inflicted on these internal organs.
Yes, of course.
The issue, though, is there's only one incision point on this corpse, and it's the one I made.
Where's the funny bone?
The humor sits down in the leg.
Oh, okay.
With my like connection to like magic, would I be able? I've heard of spells that could do stuff like this.
You could roll me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Laz is going to ponder. Has he heard of anything like this either?
Yeah, have I any hits?
Arcana.
Can I do like a hits check? See if I've heard of
a hit.
Yeah, if somebody like ordered a hit before that was like this.
You could roll me. You could roll me a history check.
Okay.
I'm also proficient in Arcana.
Question.
Arcana.
Question,
Arcana or
Jolly.
history. Yeah. Yes.
Didn't the person that we fought a while back with the shadow knives, didn't their wounds not leave marks?
Person with shadow knives. Trying to remember.
We fought them in like a warehouse, I think.
Was that
going
Arc
to
or was it B team?
Remember that
Was that B team?
Special Ghost?
There was an incident. Yeah, it was B team. There was a person who the B team encountered, who would stab people, and there was no external wound. Yes, that was B team. Yes,
cool.
Is that when we went to that? Is that the time we went into that house and like there was like that kid who was like being sussy?
It was the same session. It was not that house. The B team thing, like you guys had like 3 little mini adventures. The house was one of them, but then you had another one which was transport the goldfish from one point of the city to another.
Yes.
And the point you had to get to was this warehouse, and it got attacked. Incidentally, during that fight, there was. It's really interesting this is getting brought up. During that fight, not only did B team see a person who had like knives that could stab without leaving a wound, they also noticed that certain members of the Xanathar Guild, their heads exploded and turned into little intellect devourers, little brains with legs that crawled into the brains of Zentara members, and then instead of like attacking you wildly or anything like that, they continued to fight Zentarum. Like they were intellect devourers that seemed to be on the side of the guild to some extent. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at these Arcana checks. So, 20 Arcana. Okay, so, King and Lazarus. I'm going to say you guys wouldn't know anything about this per se. Although with your Arcana checks, what you would notice is that on the persons of these bodies, like amongst their effects, which would be neatly sorted on a table nearby, you would notice that these guys have Harper pins worked into their in the inside of their lapel or something like that.
Do we recognize them at all?
What these people you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Didn't think so. Thought I'd check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed.
So you could tell that these guys are Harpers. Vivi, with a 23, and given your area of expertise, you remember you and Vivian like looking over possible building materials a long time ago for certain inventions. And as you were sort of like going through like magical materials and whatnot, you encountered things like orichalcum, which is this like super magically conductive metal, adamantine, mithril, obviously, things like that. But you also remember seeing one particular thing called shadow glass, which had unique like matter bypassing properties. It's a sort of crystalline substance that is not fully material.
And I am a material girl.
Indeed. Oz, unfortunately, you haven't heard anything about any sort of kills like this.
It's
But yeah,
not possible.
it definitely seems like as you're looking at these bodies, whatever did this was able to lacerate the bodies from the inside without causing any external damage.
Right after Oz said it's not possible, I go, oh yeah, it's totally possible with some shadow glass.
Who would have access to shadow glass? That sounds rare and expensive.
What the hell is shadow glass?
Jolly, given the Harper's primary focus, is it that long of a leap to say that these guys are probably Zint affiliated based on what Laz knows?
Well, do they have tattoos? We can check that.
These bodies are not
The people with shadow glass. Because the Harpers are primarily, as I recall, anti-Zentarum.
Yeah,
focused.
I wouldn't necessarily phrase it exactly the way you did, but yeah. The Zentarum are an organization that would target the Harpers. They have cause and motive, and they are large enough and organized to be in possession of rare material like shadow glass.
But they're not the only organization that would be.
No, in theory, anybody with enough money and connections and magical specialty would know about and could access shadow glass.
Okay.
In theory, the guild has the resources to acquire it, although maybe not the expertise to like know where to find it. Drusilla Osternath probably has some shadow glass, or has at least physically seen it. There's any number of people in this city who would have access to shadow glass, or at least be able to acquire it in some way.
Okay. Laz is just sort of like muttering to himself under his breath. He's kind of like listing off suspects and organizations that might be able to have acquired it based on the specs that I'm sure that Vivi was just gushing about.
Did you just say Zentarum?
I'm just blabbering. No one's listening.
Lynette would chime in of like, well, it seems like it's a good thing I brought all of you in. I wanted you to see the bodies and give your precursory sort of thoughts before I, do my thing.
Of course.
She'll head over to a locker and start opening it up.
Remind me, the last time she did this, it was in front of King, Laz, and Izo, right?
Izo, yeah.
And so Vivi and Oz haven't seen this before, right?
No.
I turned to Oz and oh, this is cool. You guys get ready. This is gonna be actually really neat.
What is it?
Oh, just watch. She has this really neat trick.
Okay, come on.
As she opens up this metal locker, you hear from inside. Come on, Patches.
Cat.
She pulls out this duffel bag she carries over, opens it up, and inside, or from inside, out crawls a chubby cat that is itself made of many different colored cats all sewn together, or pieces of them.
A zombie cat. It's adorable.
Kill it.
That's not the trick. It's kind of gross, but it's not the trick.
It's not the trick.
No.
Lynette gets very nervous when Oz talks about killing the zombie cat.
Oz, I will send you outside.
Okay, Dad.
Patches is a good kitty. Don't worry, he wouldn't hurt a mouse. Well, I mean, he hurt a mouse. Well, anyway, he only made zombie mice one time, and other than the other time, she picks him up, sets him aside, produces from the duffel bag a series of black candles, as well as a couple of books, and starts setting up the candles to perform some sort of ritual. As she sort of readies the final candle and is about to light it, you can hear the door to the front door of the coroner's office open up.
Is there I assume there's an entryway before you get back to
There's a lobby and then there's the operating room.
Do you want to put out an Akiopato sign up?
I
Lynette,
don't
you
know
may
who.
wanna put that away.
She starts to gather up the candles as Wilhelmina Tanavast strides into the operating room. Miss Hushman, good evening. Oh. She surveys the room, sees all of you standing there. Detective Wolf.
Captain.
I suppose I'm not surprised. She looks over at you, King, gives you a nod.
I nod back.
Looks over at Oz, doesn't remark. Looks
Like
at Bibi.
can of ass. Just kidding, I don't say that.
Looks at Vivi, noticeably frowns slightly.
Lass is watching each little interaction intently.
And then her eyes narrow in on Lynette, who's standing there with 2 or 3 candles in her arms, looking extremely nervous. Captain, so good to see you again. Indeed. I suppose you've had time to contemplate my offer. Yeah, I did some research. It's certainly possible. I just need a little more time to gather all the supplies that I would need. You have 2 days. Okay, I will get on that as soon as I'm done with the. She sort of gestures at the bodies. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was interrupting your work. Tanavast steps away from the door, leans against the wall.
I'm gonna whisper to King. What else would she be doing here?
I don't know. I just shrug.
Never mind.
Les has been sidestepping slightly, interposing himself a little bit between Tanavast and Lynette.
Okay. Tanavast just sort of leans against the wall and continues observing. She makes a little hand motion, go ahead, continue. Lynette looks at you, Laz, and
Laz will nod.
Oh, okay. She sets the candles back up. Now, I should warn you that what you're about to see may be disturbing and is not appropriate for people of weak constitution. However, I would like to remind you that necromancy is no different than other forms of magic and no less evil if we are willing to put I'm just gonna light the candles. Just gonna do it. She proceeds to light the candles one by one.
I whisper to King again, and I say, "You see Tanavas and Laz? That's sexual tension, man. You can cut it with a knife."
I know, right? He's like, what, half her age? Half his age?
I like some young.
Laz just glares.
Oh, God damn it.
Tanavas just gives a smirk. Lynette lights the last candle. The flames all immediately burn with a ghostly green light. The eyes of the corpses shimmer with light, and then animate slightly. She looks over at you, Laz, and really all of you. So, the way it works is there are 5 questions you can ask. These individuals, they're not capable of speculating, but they can answer questions that they knew in life.
Did we ask him what color his underwear was when he died?
I would not ask that question. Do not ask that question.
You could ask that question, yes.
If you ask that question, I swear.
So, considering the clues we have, what is our most efficient question?
We could ask if they saw the attacker or any sort of symbol or mark.
Do they have defensive? They don't have any defensive wounds. Do they have any? Well, do they have any marks on them that look like they were in a fight when they were wounded with the thing that didn't leave a mark?
They have no visible wounds of any kind.
It was likely an assassin.
Lynette, before you start, based on the incisions inside the organs, would you say they were stabbed in the front or the back?
She points to one corpse. The wounds on this one are consistent with a stab to the back. This one is consistent with a stab to the side, probably from a low angle.
That actually brings up a good question that I don't think we've asked yet. Where were the bodies found, and what condition were they when they were found?
She gestures at the bodies, just sort of sweeps her hand over it. I mean, clothed, but other than that, like this.
Where were they? Like in the street, in their houses?
One was found in an alleyway in South Ward. Another was found in North Ward.
They have any money on them?
So out on the streets.
She points to the one on the right, and says, "This one was found in South Ward near the Kolyat Towers Hotel." She points to the North Ward one. That one was found near Troll Skull Alley.
Considering there's no defensive wounds, it would make sense that they likely didn't see the attack coming before it happened.
Do I know of any connection between those locations? Like any? Okay, I didn't think so. It's like, but we've seen a map of Zint hideouts and things like that. And I was like, I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, given where they were likely stabbed, I think who stabbed you is probably not a question worth asking. They likely did not see their attackers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Considering the other signs we saw on their clothing, they might know who would want to attack them, though they might be too broad.
What were you doing when you died? No. Too broad.
That's not broad. I think that's a good question.
What were you doing for the Harpers when you died?
The bodies simultaneously say the line. Here, I'll type it in the chat for you. Hunting phase.
They're part of FaZe Clan. Or they hate FaZe Clan.
Is FaZe a name? Is FaZe a name anyone of us would recognize, or
None of you would recognize that name.
But do they say like it was a name, or is hunting phase potentially a thing?
We could ask what is phase, guys. We can ask another question.
That's true. But
we could ask.
Yeah, you got 4 more.
But it's good to iron out what we can figure out ourselves before burning questions.
Why don't we just ask that? I think that's a good segue.
It likely is.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking because.
Like, what is the best way to ask who phase is?
Jolly is.
You'd always ask who or what is phase.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because we can't hear the spelling there, and knowing what's going on in the city, Laz's brain would immediately go to the Fae that have been running around.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Who or what is phase?
Zentarum Zentarum officer agent.
Okay. Well, now we know what they're doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were killed by that person.
I mean, it does make it quite likely.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It definitely narrows the field.
Should we ask them their favorite color?
We could maybe ask them if any of them were with other Harpers that got away.
We could ask them if ice is water.
Is water wet?
That's the next question. That's the follow-up.
How many holes does a straw have?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Straws obviously have one hole. Stop arguing about this.
I'm sorry. You could ask them. Have you come to destroy me?
We could broker a peace.
42.
What do you guys think about the idea of asking if there are any Harpers who were with them that got away? And what their names? That might constitute.
They might not know that if they were. Laz will point out that if they were killed from behind, they were taken by surprise. They probably don't know the ultimate fate of who they were with.
Gotcha. It's probably too hopeful to think that they would have seen like their accomplices like running away or anything at the end.
Right.
Tanavas will chime in. If they're hunting this phase person, how are they tracking him, or what do they know about him?
That's a good one.
Even if they didn't see this phase person when they killed him, assuming he did kill them, one would think they'd have a physical description if they're hunting him.
Laz would nod towards Tanavas to sort of gesture that was what along the lines he was thinking as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go for that one.
That's actually 2 questions. So
what's your? Give me one question.
I would say, I would start with, how were you tracking phase?
Carefully.
Would that be a dick move?
Could you be more specific? No.
By what means were you tracking phase? times I operate.
They recite, or they both say, "He has a contact. Stops by his shop. Followed."
Well, now we got a lead. Now we can ask him who the contact is, right?
Who is
Somebody
this
didn't say who the contact
contact?
is. Yeah.
And what? That's 2 questions. Yeah. Who is this contact?
Schemo. Weird bottle.
Did we kill that guy?
You did not kill him. He was attacked
He was
by Zentarum
killed.
in a cutscene on Wild Night.
Oh, I'm thinking of the guy with the funky leg that I was killed.
Oh, that was Greeley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me, Jolly, which faction of the Zentarum is Schema Weird Bottle associated with?
The good one. The new.
yeah.
Or the old good one. The old good one.
Yeah. They were called the Doom Raiders, and they were the quote unquote good ones.
Okay.
The ones with Nick.
Yeah. The ones that Nyx is a part of.
Okay.
Yo, Nyx is cool.
That she is.
Yep. And we might have to go talk to her after this, actually, because she might know more.
Yeah.
about
One more question.
Yeah, I'm debating because at this point it's a good assumption that he is affiliated with the Doom Raiders. So if Schemo is his contact, he's affiliated with the Doom Raiders. So that's not a question that we would want to ask. Maybe.
Laz, your intelligence is high enough.
Yeah.
If his contact is Schemo,
And
and Schemo is part of the Doom Raiders, which Nyx is also a part of. Nyx is also, if you recall, a Harper, which means she may not, like, it may not be that Schemo, it may be like the worst alternative here, where it's Schemo is a traitor to the Doom Raiders.
that's not good.
Especially if Nyx is saying that all the Doom Raiders were wiped out, and these guys were recently following this phase guy from Schemo's shop.
What's do you? Which faction of the Zentarum is FaZe affiliated with? According to your intelligence.
Leader of Spectre Company. Part of the True. And they both go limp.
Okay, let's do it again. Another 5 questions.
Unfortunately, the ritual won't work again for another 10 days.
So we need to go find another Harper, bring their body back here, and I'm kidding. Jokes.
Lynette is visibly nervous and wide-eyed.
Laz will turn to Wilhelmina and say, I trust you found the demonstration useful.
Oh, I'm well aware of what Miss Hushman's capable of.
He's talking about us.
She gives a slight clap. I applaud your detective work.
Thank you.
I do it on the side.
Flattered.
I'd like to do an insight check to see if she if she gleaned anything from that she's not letting on.
Sure. Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. Laz will give up as polite as Laz is, grunt, acknowledging the compliment, and nod.
Okay, big bad wolf, let's go blow this house down. Come on. Let's go find this contact. Right, that's the next step.
Tanavast isn't making any movement to leave, is she?
No.
Okay.
Come on, Laz, let's go.
Can I do an insight check on Lynette to see how nervous she is about being left alone with Tanavast?
Sure.
Good thing I'm good at being insightful, except the opposite of that.
I mean, Lynette is constantly in a state of nervousness. That being said, yeah, she's nervous that Tanavast. You could probably glean she's nervous Tanavast is around. But then again, I mean, she's naturally nervous, and to be fair, most people who are around Tanavast are nervous.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that I can help with? Laz is going to ask that in such a way that it could theoretically be directed at Lynette or Tanavast.
Lynette just goes, no, thank you for stopping by. If you find anything or anything, let me know. I just wanted to give you the heads up on this.
Thank you, Lynette. That's... You've been very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And Laz will gesture for the others to head out, and he will take up the back of the line.
Laz, give me one perception check as you head out. See if you can catch anything that Tanavast says as you're on your way out the door. 19. The last thing you hear before the door closes, Lazarus, is, now about that head.
Can I hang back and try to eavesdrop?
I'm gonna say like the 19 sort of factors in like everything you're good. Unless you want to break into that building and try to eavesdrop, I'm gonna say 19 sort of reflects everything you're getting from just sort of hanging around outside, listening in.
Laz puts it on his mental list to circle back with Lynette.
Okay.
To see if there's anything that he can help with regards to that.
Because they could either be a new head or that Greeley head from a while back.
Or, yeah. It could be any number of heads.
There are a lot of heads in the city.
That is true.
And we're not even to consider the percentage of N population that might be in here.
I would have told Lynette before we left, you're doing some cool stuff. You're awesome.
Thank you. I didn't get your name.
Vivi Venom.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Lynette.
Say hi, Patches. The cat, like, laying sort of on a couple of books, just kind of turns its head over at you.
I scratch Patches' chin.
And remember,
if
there's
you
no such
need
thing.
Anything, Lynette, you know where to find me.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, there's no such thing as dark magic. It's all about the will that commands it. Yes. Love your style. Ta-ta.
Are there any laws against necromancy in Waterdeep?
Strictly speaking, no. Like the act, like necromancy in and of itself, no. The issue though is that the number one, you would need to register with the Noble Order of Mages and Protectors. Lynette is not. Also, it's not so much necromancy in general, but some of the things Lynette does do skirt the line, and she does have books that are technically illegal. Books and supplies.
Okay. Noted.
If we have to do a prison break arc to get her out of jail, I'm totally down.
Surprisingly, so is Les.
But yeah, did you guys want to follow up on that Schema Weird Bottle thing tonight, or just go back to the bar?
I think talking with actually, I'm gonna say to Laz once we're a decent enough distance from, potential Tanavazor shot. Right, I think we might benefit from talking to Nyx about this. She might know more about Schemo, and might be good for her to know that people are targeting Harpers in the first place.
Agreed. Although I may not mention Schemo by name. We don't. I'm worried about her going off on her own.
Yeah, that's the last thing we want. Also, phone call. Be right back.
Didn't Nyx tell us that they're dead?
Yes.
Or King, and then I assume King would have told
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys know that Schemo should be dead.
Mm-hmm. Does Schemo own a shop that we know of?
Yes. I think so. Wait, hang on. No, I don't think you guys have actually been to his shop. You were at a different Doom Raider's shop, but you haven't been to Schemo's.
Yeah, we were at the bait shop, I think.
Yeah, there was a bait shop that was burnt to the ground. That was in Schemo's. And then there was you went to Istrid Horn's place, like real early in the campaign. But no, you've never been to Schemo's.
Also, I missed the question about Schemo being alive or not.
Schemo should Nyx told you guys that Schemo is dead. He should be dead.
Gotcha. Okay.
So bar first to talk to Nyx about it.
Believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Putting that over to your bar map. Yep. So you guys arrive back at the bar as everything's sort of winding down for the evening. Danny Trench would have left a note detailing what he learned about Diggory Whistledown. Apparently, Diggory Whistledown was not a secretary, but more of an assistant to Daggult Neverember. He was known for being a very nice young man. He's a half-orc. Diggory's a very nice young man, very polite, very diligent. Unfortunately, a little slow, but good-natured. Neverember always seemed to treat him well. Generally he was like sort of a gopher for Neverember, from what Trench was able to gather, and also nobody has seen or heard from Diggory Whistledown in 5 years.
Oh. Well, that's a dead lead.
Nobody except for Vivi on Ascending Stone during Liar's Night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is there any lore on Liar's Night having to do with the dead?
No.
Okay.
Do we recall where he was saying for us to meet him at on Liar's Night, or saying for Vivi to meet him at?
Yeah, at the intersection of Ignorance Alley and Sea-Watch Street.
And that intersection doesn't exist.
Yes.
Yeah, so being new to Waterdeep and all, I don't know if
I'm sorry. That's not quite right. There is an intersection of Ignorance Alley and Sea-Watch. He was saying in the alley or the alleyway at that intersection. Despite its name, Ignorance Alley is no longer an alley. And it hasn't been for centuries. So there is an intersection, but there is no alleyway at that intersection.
Which says to me that there is a secret alleyway at the intersection, or some sort of secret door or hole in the ground, or you knock 3 times and a window opens up. There's something at the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, okay. This whole time I thought that one of the streets just didn't exist.
Laz will agree that is a decent assumption and worth investigating.
You would find Nyx up in your room, King, tucking in for the night, but when you knock on the door, opens up. Tiger, what's up?
Hey, so I was wondering if you wanted to talk a bit about some Harper and Zint stuff.
What about it?
Is she slurring because she's tired, or is she slurring because
she's rubbing her eyes? She seems to be tired.
Okay.
So you told me on that night they were killing your faction of Zints and Harpers. More Harpers are coming up dead as well. And we talked to...
Zints are on the move.
I think you might... What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, and we talked to the coroner, and we might have some leads on finding out the one who's leading them. Maybe we can go do something about them.
When you say the one who's leading him, do you mean the commander or one of his officer agents?
Someone named FaZe.
Oh, FaZe. Oh, geez. Had a Spectre. Okay. Wait, you have a lead on FaZe?
Oh, is Laz up here as well?
I'm gonna assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Laz. Just kind of nod for him to elaborate.
Laz is gonna try to phrase this carefully, to not give away too much, but we think that he might be using former Doom Raider hideouts.
Okay. Like our safe houses, huh?
Safe houses.
Well,
shops.
Most of the safe houses have been burnt to the ground. As for shops, I mean, okay.
The one that those Harpers were tracking or following, it sounded like they were tied to someone named Schemo.
Oh, Schemo, yeah. She looks a little sad. Yeah, Schemo. He's a potion seller up in Northward. He was a good guy. They were the Doom Raiders were they were their own thing, but Schemo, I don't know. Yeah. Just gets kind of quiet.
But Schemo, like Laz is trying to urge her to keep talking.
He was... I don't know. Schemo was always a little bit more timid than the others. You know... we all kind of followed fuck, what's the name? Also, sorry, I'm looking up. Davil. So fuck. We all followed Davil's lead on a lot of these things. Schemo was always the one questioning. He was always the one trying to play it safer. He was kind of the voice of reason in the group. Always trying to look out for us, I guess.
Did anyone in the group know that you dropped by here regularly?
Here? Yeah.
Because the ones that were hunting Harper's might be trying to find you as well.
Oh, she sort of winces. I mean, yeah, I guess. If they, well, I mean, Davil knew that I came here, but she gets real pale when that comes up. He's gone.
Only Davil?
Only Davil ever cared.
Hold on, Jolly. I'm gonna try to disguise a slight sigh of relief.
Okay.
Yep.
She ignores it.
Okay.
Is there so I mean, you said you had a lead? What's the lead?
Well, we know that the Harpers that have been dying recently have been hunting phase. And they were following Schemo, I believe. Not following Schemo, but they were somehow using his location, or at least his shop to...
He was using his shop?
They're following him. They're following the agents from his shop.
Right. Well, okay. Yeah, if they're using our old hideouts, that would be one of them. Or yeah. And hey, it's not like Schemo's around to object anymore. Smart move. Wow.
As a brief refresher on what happened a couple of minutes ago, they specifically said that they were following Schemo, correct?
No, they were following FaZe, who's coming from Schemo's shop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I... Yeah, I didn't articulate that well.
Okay. Okay. Alright, well... We just want to make sure you keep an eye out. Be careful.
If you head up that way, let me know. I'll lead you to the shop. And if those scavengers are picking through his stuff, I want a piece of it.
We'll do that.
Obliged.
You deserve nothing less.
I'll kill every fucking one of them, she says as she slams the door.
Well, that would well.
Anything else you guys would like to do tonight?
What time is it?
It's probably midnight by now.
Lynette keeps odd hours, correct?
She works the graveyard shift, yeah.
Okay. If nobody else... So what?
Get it?
Yes, yes, I get it. Laz is mildly humor deficient. Did anyone need me for anything?
What do you have in mind?
Check and see if Lynette's okay.
I might go with you if you're not opposed.
So you guys want to creep back over to the the coroner's office?
Yeah.
like Laz is absolutely going.
I want to get more info on what Tanavas talked with her about, because I need to talk to Tanavas soon about my freaking jams.
Yes. So, all of you give me a stealth check as you sneak back over to the coroner's office in order to get the 411.
As a question to Oz specifically, do you have Pass Without Trace?
I do.
Laz would suggest that you use any resources you might have to keep our profile low.
Okay, when it's the right time, I will cast it. I guess I'll cast it now. I don't know.
Yeah, because we're stealthing back to the.
Okay.
Do I have full spells? My spell list is right now.
I don't think. I mean, you guys have had. Oh yeah, you guys leveled up. Yeah. Assume you have full spells. You're fine.
We leveled up?
You should be level 8 now.
Should be level 8.
Oh, I'm not.
You were there.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Les is as they're approaching. He's go ahead.
So I'm looking at a 33 here.
Yeah.
Got. Everybody else has some? Anytime.
Oh,
got a 32.
I already rolled it.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. We got 21 and so we got 21 low. Pass that. Pass that trace. 32 for bully. Yes. Very good. Very impressive.
I'm very, very curious as to how that frog gets around undetected.
Just melts into a shadow and just creeps along the wall.
There's like a couple. Yeah, at one point you guys are walking around. There are 2 watch officers who are like walking around with a lantern. They shine it down an alleyway. You guys all like duck behind barrels. Bully is up like high on a wall as they're sort of like looking around. They don't see Bully sticking to the wall. Like, must have been the wind. Like, turn around, walk away. You guys all pop up. Bully drops down. Yeah, exactly.
That's why Vivi only got a 21. She started singing that song.
But yeah, you guys are able to head back over to the coroner's office. By the time you'd get back there, Tanavas would be wrapping up, I think. And what you'd see is Tanavas leaving the coroner's office with a knapsack that she didn't have to begin with.
I don't like that.
Does the coroner's office typically sell souvenirs?
There's not exactly a gift shop, no.
This is bad then.
Laz is going to gesture for the party to wait until Tanavast has left and is around whatever corner they're going to turn down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she heads off.
Okay. And then gonna creep in. He's gonna also gesture for the rest of the party to hang back because he knows Lynette is the nervous type, and he's at least a friendly face to surprise her as opposed to everybody else.
Blue's got a friendly face.
A familiar face. A more familiar face.
Yeah, so Laz, you head in there. Lynette startles when she sees you, but she quickly calms down. You can motion for other people to head in. She's sort of looking around. Did you forget something?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm better than fine. She like starts leaning against like the doorway. I'm good.
Does the doorway give way? What's wrong?
Tanavast knows about the books. She knows about patches. She knows about everything. She says it's okay though. She's not gonna turn me in as long as I help her with something.
What are you helping her with?
she she knows I can do necromancy. She wants me to perform a ritual with a particular head. The ritual I just did is limited, as you could see. However, with the proper ingredients and preparations, it is possible to have a more permanent sort of spell active. If I can cut out a subject's heart, properly preserve it in the right unguents and whatnot, and etch a few runes into the subject's head, I can cause it to animate almost at will. And as long as the owner keeps a hold of that heart, the head won't be able to lie to them. Also, it would be significantly more capable of interaction than merely speak with dead.
To clarify, when you cut the heart out, are they already dead at that point, or do they need to be living?
Oh, no, dead.
Gotcha.
I'm afraid to ask, but whose head are we talking about here?
Victor Saint Domains?
Didn't we already?
Laz is going.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Didn't we already talk to his head?
You guys have not talked to his head, no.
No, it was somebody else's head. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Laz
you did hand his
going
head over to Tanavast that night.
I thought Victor Saint Domain was just an egomaniac with a grudge.
Does it need to be Victor's heart? Because we kind of smushed it all.
It would be. The heart was intact enough to be salvaged and preserved.
So yeah.
Victor may have been just a flop, but he was also a very impressive detective, even if he was an egomaniac and a criminal.
Tanavast said she wanted something for her desk.
I mean, typically I go for one of those little bonsai trees, but I mean, a head of a detective that you can talk to works as well. I like one of those little metal balls you can pull one back and do a tick, tick, tick.
King, think like Tanavast. He is one of the premier detectives in the city, or was in life, and he can't lie to her. He is an unlimited font of information.
I'm just impressed you had the heart intact still. I could swear it could be smushed.
That is very good at her job.
It was severely damaged. However, with the proper application of negative energy, you can actually sort of slightly regenerate it. I could show you calculations sometimes.
If you use the wrong heart, does it just not work, or does it mess with the answers the head gives?
I don't know. I've never really tried. I don't think it would work with the head. It might work. It might animate the head. What if it animated the heart? Ugh.
How much does Tanavast know about the ritual?
Now everything.
Tanavast is also. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just need to gather the rest of the ingredients tomorrow and or the next day. And
are you able to gather the rest of the ingredients in the next 2 days?
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That woman terrifies me.
I know.
That's because you're smart.
She's so pretty, but so scary.
She is so pretty, but fuck her. But not literally, but maybe literally.
Laz just side eyes Vivi. And and then he'll look to Oz, and he'll say, "And you thought the sexual tension was with me."
It's with all of us. I pat him on the back.
Definitely not.
We should have woke up Jim.
King, I know what you're thinking, and if Tanavast weren't as good as she was, I'd say it's a good idea. But we have no guarantee that she wouldn't be able to tell the ritual had been tampered with. And I do not want to put Lynette in danger.
Yeah, that's a good point. If she's already been told all the steps of it, then she would be able to likely notice when a step has been messed with.
You don't have to be present for the questions to be answered. Correct? Once the more permanent reanimation.
No. Once the spell's complete, she'll be able to animate the skull whenever she wants.
So it sounds like what might be...
So long as she has the heart.
Sounds like what might be one option is we let the ritual happen. That way Lynette is not, gaining any Tenevess's ire, because from Tenevess's point of view, she's done everything she's supposed to. And we somehow either steal the heart or the head without her knowing it was us, or otherwise compromise it after the fact. But if the actual creation of it doesn't go right, she'll probably have you killed or sent to prison or tortured, something like that, something awful.
The problem with that, King, is that she'll then know that Lynette talked.
Good point.
Sorry, Lynette.
It's fine.
This is why I have a charisma of 8, guys. Is there a way... Tanavast took the head with her. Is there a way that you could magically bug the head during the ritual?
So that other people hear it?
Theoretically.
I could... not really. I mean, it's the skull physically talking. I could maybe hide a memory gem inside that could be recovered later. He shrugs.
It's a way to activate a sending stone remotely.
There's not.
Stick a sending stone in his brain.
So, question for you, Jolly, and I think I have a good sense of this, but I want to confirm that sense.
Mhm.
Tanavast isn't likely to... Lynette would still be useful after performing this ritual, so she would not be likely to tie up Lynette as a loose end.
Probably not, no.
Okay. That's what I thought. Wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
As bad as this is, it might not be as bad as what could happen with us trying to interfere, as much as I would love to interfere.
We have 2 days to think about it.
If there's nothing else.
If there's anything that I can help you with, Lynette, just let me know.
Will do.
I will hand Lynette a little baggie of googly eyes and say, here, if any of the animated parts get scary, just put some of these on them. Immediately less scary.
Oh, okay.
Lynette.
She like thinks for a second. Hold on. She walks back over to her locker. Returns with a fluid-filled jar with some sort of organ inside of it. You can see she's drawn like a happy face on it, on the jar itself, and she like takes 2 of the googly eyes and sticks it right on the jar. There you go, squish. The organ inside suddenly like lurches forward and smashes up against the glass. You can see like the small little bit of vein and tissue that connects to it, like starts to like creep across the glass, and you get the impression if this thing could, it would absolutely be choking her.
I think that
Good
jar
squish.
needs like a curly mustache. You know what I mean?
Good idea.
Could
Just a
Tanavest
Sharpie draws a curly mustache on it.
Much better. Suits it
Could
so well.
Tanavest use the books against Lynette if the books could not be found in Lynette's possession?
It would be less effective, yeah. If she found the right like magister, they may like her word might be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they sprinkle a bunch of Dream Lily all over her shop.
True, there's always the possibility Tanavest fucking frames her for something.
Okay. Laz will still offer anyway.
Mhm.
If you need a place to hide anything, let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
It might have to live with a bunch of goblins and a shadow elf in the basement, and we do have a fish tank that well, no, that's fully occupied. Prince needs his space.
She looked extremely confused and nervous.
I will clarify that I meant illegal books. I did not mean murderous
Squish.
brains in vats. Yes.
He's a kidney. Thank you.
Oh, God, what's the
Laz would know
name?
that.
What's the name of the beaked brain thing we had in our basement?
Petrie.
Petrie needs a friend.
Petrie's gone.
Petrie's gone. They
damn it,
Jarlaxle
okay.
took him.
Ah, dang. Okay, I was wondering why I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
One more reason to hate Jarlaxle.
One more
Gotta
reason to
get
hate
Petrie
Jarlaxle.
back.
I
So I
don't
can
really
destroy my
want
voice.
Petrie bag.
It's probably better if you don't.
Just pointing out Laz doesn't want Petrie back either. Laz didn't want Petrie in the first place. Alright. Laz is gonna nod and I'll let you know if we come up with anything.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else you guys have planned for tonight,
I am going to try and catch up with Tanavast and see what job I can work out with her to get my last gem.
okay, actually, yeah, King, this is something I meant to bring up when Tanavast was there. She does have a project for you. Somebody's going to be dropping by the bar in the next day or two.
Oh, if that's known, then yeah, I don't need to catch up with her then.
Yeah. Okay. She would stress that the job is important. She needs to make a good impression with Radomir. It's important that her and Radomir have good relations. So don't fuck it up.
Oh, when have I? King would say this after getting the communication. Oh, when have I ever fucked something up?
King, you nuked a block of Dockward.
Also,
It wasn't a whole
aren't
block.
they
It was
both,
just a couple
like,
of jerks.
bosses, weren't they?
They're
Wouldn't they already be in a good
they're both bosses
relation?
of the Xanathar Guild. That being said, like having a good working relationship between the two of them is probably important. The ward bosses don't. They cooperate to an extent. It's probably better to be on each other's good side, though. Especially
competitive
since Radomir was
cooperation.
Yeah. And Radomir's kind of guy who it's better to be on his good side and have him owe you a favor.
And I imagine with Tanavast's kind of the recent damage to her position due to all the stuff that happened down in Darkward, I imagine having more allies than not and having strengthened relationships in the guild is probably to her favor.
Yeah. There's also the issue that she is the guard captain of the district that Radomir is the guild boss or is the ward boss of. So if she like gets in good with him, they can start coordinating. Like, okay, I control the cops, you control the criminals, and she can sort of replicate what she was doing in Dock Ward here in Trade Ward.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys head back to King's Palace, rest up for the night. Let's take a 5-minute break, and when we return, we will handle the morning.
Sounds good.
I need a drink.
And Ryan, level up your character if you haven't already.
It's a lot of work. Can I just do it next time?
It takes like 2 seconds.
If you promise to remember next time.
You just add a level and up your HP.
What do I get at level 8?
I think it's ability.
Can I go?
Ability
Can I go
score
barbarian?
increase. No, ability score increase.
Oz rages.
Don't you need like a certain amount of strength to go into barbarian?
Yeah, I'm -1. I think that's good, right?
Probably.
That'll do it.
It's close enough. What am I fucking doing? I'm leveling my character. What is that website? 5e Tools?
Yeah, 5e.tools.
Guys, I got a new job.
Got a new job?
Are you proud of me?
Of course, always.
I'm proud of you. The best part is that his new job is literally around the corner, 5 minutes away from the house, so he should never be late to D&D again.
Sick. I'll AFK for a moment. I'll be right back.
I wonder where Eric is. He did reply yesterday. Maybe he forgot today.
Okay. Let's see. Ranger. What the fuck am I? Beastmaster. I'm a Beastmaster, right? But I'm a variant. Right? What am I?
Hold on, I
Fuck.
gotta look at
Somebody
it.
help me.
I gotta look at it. You're the Beastmaster that I was playing, basically.
Oh, there's 7 that are not being shown. Aren't I UA Beastmaster or something? Maybe?
You're one
I
of
don't
the UA revised. I believe you are the revised.
I don't see it in 5e.
I believe you're the revised one.
There's no revives one, or I don't see it.
I see it. It's UATRR. The source next to it. You gotta change the filter.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back.
Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Lee, are you here? Not yet. Okay.
Guys, should I increase my dex or wisdom?
I think we all increased our decks.
I think increasing dex makes sense.
I did my charisma.
I would say
Oh, yeah,
Dex.
Yeah, dex is probably better. Yeah.
Whatever will increase your chance to hit.
Proficiency, versatility.
I want to point out that the rogue now has the lowest dex in the party.
Oh, what's your dex right now?
Still
16.
Oh, mine's still 16 too.
When you use an ability score choosing from your class, you can place one of your proficiencies with a skill. What? Oh. And now I can use the dash action as a bonus action. Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty fun. Gives me more bonus actions.
And as a goblin, you could already disengage and hide, I think.
Yep. So I'm basically a rogue.
Yeah, so you literally have everything a rogue can do now.
I kind of play him as a rogue anyways, that makes sense.
Yeah. I often get you and Laz mixed up in terms of your class. I keep imagining Laz as a ranger and you're a rogue. I have to correct myself.
That's funny because he, as a rogue, uses a ranged weapon, and then I, as a ranger, use a melee weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Laz uses
I mean,
rapier a lot.
Les tries to use his rapier whenever possible, but he is not above pulling out that hand crossbow.
You're right, and I use my bow every so often, but I feel like it's... I don't know. I feel like I see it that way most of the time. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, Laz definitely uses his ranged weapon way more than Oz does.
Okay, so sounds like everybody's here. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, get something ready.
wasn't there a class that I think it's called Scout? Maybe it's a rogue, where if they
It's a rogue subclass.
when somebody gets next to you and ends their turn, or not, maybe it's not even end their turn. It's just like they get next to you. You can use your reaction to move away or something, right?
Yeah, when somebody ends their turn adjacent to you, you can use your reaction to back away.
Yeah, I think that's what actually Charlie's.
Yeah, it's what
rogue
Mad
BT.
Teddy is.
Yeah. And I always kind of overlooked that subclass until I saw it in action in the B Team adventures, and like from those, it actually looks really useful because you just stay out of danger because after they get close to you and you hit that, the next turn you just get even further away, and you're just they wasted their turn trying to get to you.
Mhm.
It looks really cool actually. I took it. I absolutely overlooked it until then.
So, we're gonna go ahead and jump back into it. The morning arrives. You guys have thankfully had no creepy dreams or anything like that. King, you did have a dream though, where you were standing on a ledge, or standing at a great height, looking out over Waterdeep. In front of you, and behind you, you saw Mestika sort of spread out, and you heard a voice, as if from a great distance, say, "Unite them, son of kings."
Yeah, I just continue to stare out over the city, still just kind of, wondering what that means.
Mhm.
I'm less shocked or confused than the past few times. It's starting to get used to it, as it were.
But yeah, morning comes. Is there anything in particular you guys wanted to do today?
I want to go to that bar.
Want to go to that bar? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Also, what day is it? Today is.
It is now the 10th.
Tomorrow the 10th. That's when Dumond will not be at his estate.
On the 12th.
On the 12th.
Yeah.
And Alba
No, it
Race
says the
is
10th on the calendar.
Oh, it does?
It does.
Oh. Did I fuck up?
Mm-hmm.
We'll fuck up sometimes.
look at the objectives list. It says 12, but yeah.
On the calendar, it says the 10th.
Oh no, I might have fucked up. We're gonna go with 12th for right now.
Okay.
So you guys at least have 2 days to prepare for that if you wanted to. But you are right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should read the fucking calendar sometime.
I forgot how much. Sorry.
I'm never checking out the scavenger hunt. Yeah, if we get your sister, get some sense into her, have her tracking her down, maybe she can help with some of the many things we're trying to do.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if she left me something, I don't know. That means something.
So yeah, you guys head to that bar. Let me check something right here. Where are you? Music box is secret. Okay, I'm gonna need this, I suspect. Yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah, so you guys head up to Seaward. Oh, let me pull you over to the map. Damn it. Yep. Yeah, so you guys start heading up to Seaward. Okay. Yeah, the trophy room is located, I think it'd be right about here. And as you arrive, you can see that there are a number of people already. It's probably, well, actually, hold on. This early in the morning. Yeah, there's a number of people going in and out. Actually seems to be rather busy. Surprisingly busy for a bar first thing in the morning.
That's interesting.
Are they known for their pancake platters? Or nice hash browns?
I believe they're known for their boiled eggs.
Is Izo with us?
I'm going to assume Izo's like helping out at the bar today.
Oh, poor Yuzo. He'd be so excited.
Laz smirks a little bit.
But as you guys get inside, you are confronted with a bar that is no longer a bar. It would appear that the trophy room, in the years since Vivi and Vivian have visited, has turned into a actual like proper restaurant. All the old decorations are still on the wall. They have the mounted heads of various monsters that have been slain. You could tell that based on like the size of the tables, Vivi, that they're probably the same tables that they used to have. However, they're all covered in tablecloths that go all the way down to the floor, obscuring the design of the monsters that would be on inside. And the place is currently packed.
This is a crime. Not that it's packed, but that they're covering the beautiful carvings.
It appears that they're serving a brunch buffet.
So it's supposed to be underneath the table that?
Well, it would be a
Jesus.
specific table.
So either we have someone.
But of the 20 tables in here, how will you figure out which one it is? And they're all covered up.
I mean, I would think it's her favorite one. Which is the wyvern.
Do you remember which one that is?
This is the wyvern. Wyvern table.
Do you remember where that was?
Do I remember
You could roll me an
this?
intelligence check.
I do not remember.
No
where
idea.
It was.
To be fair, they've probably moved the tables around since then.
That too.
So if it's so is it supposed to be like underneath the table or like just a part of the table or?
Yeah, that's kind of what Laz was thinking, is that it was probably embedded in the wall, or that it could have been embedded in a wall or something like that, in which case the fact that the tables moved wouldn't have been a factor. But if it's in the table, we need to find the table itself. So either way, we need a lead.
Can you tell what the carving on top is from looking underneath it? Or is it on? Or can you not tell from looking underneath?
Well,
So the carving itself is going to be like each of these tables is circular with a central table leg. That table leg is what has the carvings. So one would be carved like one would have a wyvern design to it. Another might have a basilisk, blink dog, things like that. Unfortunately, because of the tablecloths, they're all obscured.
So what we could do is go invisible, crawl along the floors, and check every table.
Because the random jerking up of tablecloths wouldn't be obvious at all.
Which
I
is why
mean,
it should
I would
be
assume the tablecloths
smallest.
don't go all the way to the floor. You could crawl and take a look.
They do go all the way to the floor.
What the fuck?
You'd have to go like underneath the tablecloth and disturb it.
Underneath the tablecloth.
Thank you, Ryan.
I mean, if we just, yeah, this is a big problem because Laz is so tall, I'm so tall, Vivi, you're tallish. If only we had a compact, skilled, stealthy, shorter person that could crawl along the ground, going under all the tables. And I just look at Laz, look at Oz.
What are you trying to say? That I'm not tall?
I'm trying to say that you are efficient and perfect for.
I'll have you know, I was
this.
the tallest goblin in my class.
You are really tall.
And if this was a goblin restaurant, we'd be in a bad situation.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
Be invisible, crawl along the bottom, and try and sneak, checking all the tables to find the wyvern one.
Okay.
Without people seeing that you are disturbing the tablecloths or anyone tripping over you.
Okay, that seems easy enough. I put on my hood
Okay.
And
Laz is going to suggest that they get a table so that they kind of have a
reason to
place
be here.
a reason to
And so
be
you're
here other than
standing
just-
there.
Yeah. I feel like with as busy it is, it hasn't probably looked suspicious yet because
Mhm.
we would theoretically be waiting to be seated. But
Okay, yeah, so you guys get a table. And Oz, you are putting up your hood.
yep. And then
Okay.
I'm assuming my
Check
stealth
first.
check isn't from the before is not going on, is it?
What?
No.
No, this is the next day.
Okay,
Yeah.
figured out. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna pass without a trace.
I will also cast
I'll
invisibility on you.
Ooh, I've. Oh, okay. Thank God I put my fucking hood on.
Okay,
Laz
so-
will.
Okay, so you've got a 29 stealth, and you are invisible. Gotcha.
Yeah, I have this little bracelet gadget. Here, just put this on. I touch it. These are beep boops. Boom, you're invisible.
So,
Laz will
First-
remind you to check the table that we're at first.
True.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go check the table.
Okay. Yeah, so Oz, you slip down underneath the table. The table that you're currently seated at. Go ahead and roll me a d20, Oz.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
Yeah. Sorry.
Generally, that's bad.
One. Yeah, Oz. So you slip under the table. The image that is on like that the table leg is carved into is in the shape of a kraken. It does not appear to be a wyvern.
Yo, that's not a wyvern.
Oh, the Kraken one's cool. That one's cool. I like that one too. It's a good one.
I take a mental note. I keep looking.
Also, before you get too far, what do you want to eat?
Oh
What's
shit!
what's your order for you?
Why are you asking me all the hard questions?
I'll get you the nachos.
Okay, that sounds good.
We
Okay.
should probably check the menu, make sure this place serves nachos first before offering that. Sure.
He didn't even have a
somebody-
king's gun.
Somebody give me a perception check to check the menu for nachos.
Oh shit! Nacho check.
Laz is
Roll
not
high,
interested
roll
enough
high.
to check for nachos.
Roll high. Ooh. Nachos?
Okay, BB. Yeah, boom. You see him. Nachos right there under appetizers.
Boom. See, I told you. I know everything.
What kind of place sells breakfast nachos? Incredible lots.
It's brunch nachos.
A great fucking restaurant.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not rare.
If it's on the menu, then it's served at any time.
That's
So
objectively
Oz,
false.
would you like to continue like searching around for under these tables?
Yep.
Okay. Give me another stealth check as you're sort of going around here.
Oh no. That's pretty good. It's even better.
Okay. Yeah, Oz, like you are moving like the wind. You get under another table. You go ahead and roll me a d20 this time.
Okay.
It's a straight d20. Well, okay. Could be here a while.
Oz, what are you doing back here?
Oz, yeah. Oz, you get under this table. It appears to be in the shape of a displacer beast. So this panther with these octopus
Damn, that kind of looks like a kraken for some reason. I'm gonna keep going.
tentacles.
What kind of drinks do they have on the
Flaw
menu?
in our brilliant plan.
What are the rest of you ordering?
I'm going to get the Toast Point Tower with a bloody ill matter.
Okay. Excellent choice.
Oh, I get everything: omelet, meat, vegetables, extra cheese.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
Okay.
What
said
is the
cheese.
rarest thing on the menu? Like the rarest meat product, like would be like rare red meat.
Rare in
We
cooking,
could-
not rare in nobody orders it, or rare in
Yeah.
hard to get or
Rare
expensive.
I mean, we could bring out
Owl
some
bear meat.
bacon, sausage. We have steak.
Buffalo meat.
That all sounds fantastic. I will get the meat lovers omelet, please, and we will get some boiled eggs to go when we leave.
Okay. Yeah, they take your orders. Oz, as you're searching around, give me another d20.
Okie dokie. Yeehaw!
Okay.
Round 'em up.
Yeah, Oz, you avoid a couple of waiters as they walk past and get under a table, where you see the design here is in the shape of a basilisk.
Okay.
It's closer to a wyvern, but not quite.
Yo, that kind of looks like a kraken. I'm gonna keep going.
It's all dragons.
Okay.
I'm like walking by some cowboy boots. There's fucking like guys spitting into like these jars.
Mm-hmm. As you
Laz
guys are
is
sitting
just-
at the... Oh, go ahead.
Les is just sitting at the table musing to himself. I wonder if Oz knows what a wyvern looks like.
To be honest, probably not. I've seen it before though, right?
I feel like you'd know what a wyvern is. Yeah.
Do I?
I mean,
I would
like,
have described it to you as it's almost
yeah,
like a
okay,
dragon.
there we go. Yeah, actually, I was about to say, well, hold on. No, you live in Waterdeep. You might not know what a wyvern
I mean,
is.
would it be able to tell the difference between a wyvern and a dragon? I'm assuming one of these is probably a dragon as well.
That's a dragon.
I feel like Vivi would have given you all the description you would need to identify it.
Okay.
I feel like that's right.
Les would have also drawn one.
You know what? I'm
Which
gonna solve
may
this
have
with RP.
hurt.
I'm gonna solve this with RP. Yo, guys, I see a lot of krakens. What does a wyvern look like exactly?
I told you, it's like a dragon, but it doesn't have 4 legs. It has only 2 legs, and like the wings are the arm.
Okay, that
Does
sounds
it
good.
also have like a scorpion tail?
That's the chimera.
Is that a chimera or is that a manticore? Where's
I think that's a griffin.
Both.
Don't confuse the boy. You're just looking for this. And Les kind of like draws like a very rough sketch and shows it.
I'm talking to you guys through the voice things. I'm not there. I'm under table right now.
Never mind. Just look for 2 wings, 2 legs, looks kind of like a dragon.
Okay, now give me if I roll bad on the next one, give me something that looks like that, but it's not.
Okay, so give me a
Roll
d20.
again. Roll again.
Okay.
Here comes that.
it's all krakens.
So Oz, yeah, you think you found the wyvern.
Okay.
It is this lithe, effeminate creature with these like butterfly wings. Two legs, 2 wings. Looks about right.
Yo, I got something. It's got two wings, 2 legs.
Is it a dragon?
Does it look like it has scales?
I mean, maybe in the right light. I mean, you can't really see all the details on a piece of wood.
Are the wings bat-like?
Maybe like a fucked up bat.
They're not. They better not be butterfly wings.
Do they look like they belong on, say, a bug rather than a bat?
Yeah, perhaps.
That's not it.
Then move on.
That's not it.
Okay, well, fuck. Okay, well, keep looking then.
Good try.
Right about this point, a a pair of interesting figures head into the restaurant.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You see, you guys are sitting off to the side. They come in through the front door. You hear them before you see them. Then like Vivi, yeah, they're right over there. They haven't noticed you yet, but they are about to be seated.
Anymore.
But yeah, they do eventually. They do get seated. Right next to you.
Check their table next because the universe loves irony.
Yeah. Is Jem with us, or did he sleep in? We couldn't wake him up.
I'm going to assume Jim slept in. Yeah.
So you tell me that voice comms and I keep looking in different directions.
So Oz, give me another D20 roll.
Watch.
Oh my
shit.
god, there we go.
And were you checking under their table like they said?
No, I was not. I mean, well, I
Okay.
mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't
check under their
particularly
table.
doing anything.
But
I'm
you
gonna.
were circling back around to us.
It's funnier if it is.
Yes,
So
it is.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oz, you head under there. Yeah, you head under their table, like getting really close to almost like going underneath of Vivi's mom's like skirt, but you're able to like scoot around. You get underneath of it, and boom. Okay, yeah, this is definite. Okay, yeah, dragon, 2 wings, 2 legs. This has got to be it.
She's wearing a skirt, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna look at the dragon thing.
Yeah. As you're giving it a once over, Oz, give me a perception check.
Yo, these wings are beautiful. Perception, huh?
Wait, Oz.
Oh yeah, the dragon too.
Wait, Oz, where are you right now?
Yeah, Oz, you don't really see. I mean, it's just. I mean, just looks like a table leg with these dragons carved on it.
So it looks like a table with dragons carved on it. Now what do I do?
Oh, maybe that's it. Do you see like any levers, buttons, strange? I don't know.
I start touching around and feeling it.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Please keep your eye on the correct leg.
Why am I rolling so fucking terribly?
It's funny.
You did. They did. Yeah, you were told like touch the like feel around the leg.
Oh, wrong
Oz,
leg.
Tell me. Yeah, tell me how badly you fucked this up.
I mean, a badly's perspective of who? The observer?
True.
Or the
True.
actor? Yeah, he's definitely touching that leg.
Yeah. So meanwhile, above the table, the parents have seated down, and they look over next to him. Verity.
Did you guys hear anything? Did someone hear something? Oh, hi!
Your mother just like gives you a stern look. Oh, come now.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, honey. Says Tyrion as he like suddenly stands up and starts to shift the table, like trying to like shift the table closer. Like like with one budge, he like suddenly realizes, wow, this thing's really heavy. He sits back down, waves at you.
Hi. Good morning.
Funny seeing you here
I mean,
in this part of town.
This is a great restaurant, one of our favorites. You know, it's got the cool tables, which are criminally covered up, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you know these are my friends. You've met.
I'm acquainted with them. Met at the party.
How are the wedding plans coming?
They're going well.
There is no.
We've already arranged caterers. and are making preparations for flowers. I hope everything's going well with the bride and groom to be. We're very excited for this, honey. You don't know how much of a relief it is knowing the two of you are going to be taken care of, knowing that the family legacy will be in better hands.
Sure.
And right about that point, Oz checks the leg. Kaya hold on.
I'm invisible.
He's invisible.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, so Oz, you check the leg. Kaya, shoots a look over at her husband. Honey, stop it. Looks back over at you.
I laugh quietly.
Tyrion looks confused, shrugs.
Whoa, Dad, not the restaurant.
What? What did I do?
I mean, I know you.
He furrows his brow. Anyway,
Can I say that I touched the thing now?
yes, yeah. Give me another sleight of hand check.
Okay. Much better.
Much better. There you go, Oz. Yeah, Oz. As you're feeling around the table leg, you do find a button inside the wyvern's mouth. You press it, and a part of the sort of table leg section folds down, folds down to reveal a metal tube hidden inside. You can extract it.
I definitely do that, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Click the thing back into place. You now have one metal tube. Indeed.
Okay, one metal tube.
And then you magically slide back into our table and appear.
Yeah.
That would be suspicious.
Oh my god, I can't believe I fell over for so long.
Oh, hey, Oz.
Were you under the table?
No. Were you under the table?
No. Kaya shoots her husband a look. What?
Laz just hangs his head.
Vivi, Verity, how have you been?
Fine. How's Uncle Ben? You guys?
He's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
He's excited for your upcoming nuptials.
I'm sure he is not.
He was so angry when he found out about it.
Oh man, I wish I could have seen his face. But it's not happening though.
Excuse me?
It's... Which one?
Laz is raising an eyebrow at Phoebe. Now might not be the place or the time.
Well, I mean, the mimosas, they're not happening. That's not happening. The mimosas, not for the morning. But they are for the morning.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yo, what if she doesn't like this guy? In that way.
It was my understanding that her and Jim Heim were good friends. They've been seen about town.
Romantic friends, though.
Well, I mean, we've been talking with the Moreau family. He looks at you, Vivi, with a raised eyebrow. We heard about the incident, Kolyat Towers Hotel.
What? It was a ruse.
It was a what? It was my understanding that the Moreau butler apparently paid you money for your time with Jimheim. Vivi. Really? I can't tell. I don't know which is worse. The idea that you would lie and cheat a noble family of Waterdeep out of its money, or that you would be engaging in that sort of business.
In character, I have no response.
You're mad as
In
fuck?
character, you're
No,
what?
in character, I have no response. I'm just like trying to
Mhm.
hold in my laugh.
Yeah, Laz cannot decide whether to be laughing or just utterly like, please not,
Mhm.
please don't do this.
Yo, I didn't know you do that kind of service.
I don't.
Don't get any ideas, Goblin.
Tyrion, like you could see relief wash over his face, and he sort of like slumps in his chair, just like, thank God.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I think you do sell the feet though, right? Like viewings of them?
What?
Do I?
No, just kidding.
Glares at Oz. It was my understanding that the two of them were quite close. That's why when we decided to make these arrangements, we figured it would be well received.
Yeah, and
Everybody walks away happy.
I mean, it's not a good time to have this conversation. You guys get to walk away happy.
Is there something wrong, dear?
I mean, you know, Jem and I aren't in love, right?
Tyrion blinks. Oh. Kaya chimes in. I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Yeah, Vivi's a lesbian.
I'm not a lesbian.
Oh.
I mean, I go both ways. I'm not a lesbian.
Either way, I don't see how that has anything to do with it.
Well, yeah, I expect
You have-
to think that.
You have responsibilities to this house, as does Mr. Moreau.
But didn't
You both have
say-
made it quite clear that you're not interested in pursuing partners of a higher station. And you've both made it quite difficult to find you suitable and willing partners. You have made it rather impossible, I'd say.
What about you two? Are you guys in love?
Kaya looks over at Tyrion. Yeah?
So isn't it kind of fucked up to put that standard on your daughter when, you don't have it for yourself?
Well, when Kaya and I married, our circumstances were a little different. I personally don't come from money. And when we married, it wasn't there wasn't much on the line. And there weren't as many expectations. But times change. Our situation has changed. Obligations have changed. You are, of course, free to live your life however you see fit, Verity. And to
as
manage
long as
your
I do
marriage
what you want me to do, right?
as long as you fulfill your obligations. Yes. After a lifetime of us supporting you, funding your projects, putting you through school, taking care of you, I don't think it's unreasonable. If not you, Verity, then it's Arthur. And I love my I love my brother very much. But he and I differ as to what House Valentine and Valentine Royal should be. I'd like to see our family grow and prosper, and in the process, pull others up with it. Like I said, I don't come from money. I'd like to be able to extend a hand down to those who aren't as fortunate as I was. Arthur doesn't see it quite that way. I know it's a lot to ask. But it is the way things are. Kaya sits there as if she goes to say something and catches herself.
Okay, cool. I mean, you don't want to make me. You want my help in innovating the family business? Well, okay, fine. I'll keep my genius inventions to myself.
What sort of innovations? You've never brought this up.
Not that you would ever listen to my ideas for innovation.
Well, I mean, usually all of your little inventions end up blowing up or attacking the nearest person. Also, we run a business, a profession. We need
That
to
means
act
they're working.
professional. That means our machines can't look like little cartoon dinosaurs.
Hey, dinosaurs are cool.
She
Also, wait,
rolls
that's
her eyes.
That's besides the point.
What if Vivi sold one of our little cartoon dinosaurs for a lot of money to prove that it is a viable business? Just an idea.
I don't think she would ever give that up. I whispered to King.
Fair enough, just pitching an idea.
Well, obviously.
I mean, if it were profitable, I don't know, maybe.
Obviously, you guys haven't seen the inventions that me and Vivian made.
No, we haven't seen much of what you and Vivian have made. I wonder why that is. Tyrion, gets visibly nervous. Dear, I think... Listen, what? Maybe we should go. No, it's fine. We've already ordered our food. I don't see any reason to leave. I'll put it quite bluntly. You're arranged to marry Jimheim Moreau. You will marry Jimheim Moreau. What you do with your life after that is your own business. But you will meet your obligations.
I have an idea.
I think you owe this family that much.
It's bold, but maybe you could marry him and then divorce him right afterward because you just said that you can do whatever you want afterward.
Wait, hold on. If I marry Jem, then I'm a Moreau. How am I taking on the family business? Wouldn't I then be taking on Moreau business? I don't think that really helps anyone. Our family-wise.
House Moreau is set to enter into a profitable business relationship with the Kingdom of Mastika.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that?
don't know.
It's a
King-
nation across the ocean.
I mean, I know.
King looks up, paying attention now. As opposed to
What'd you say, King?
Okay,
King was
King
not
suddenly
paying
looks.
attention.
I see.
King suddenly looks up. It looks back towards the conversation instead of trying to find the waiter with the toast points.
House Moreau is set to enter into a very profitable trade relationship with them. Mastika, amongst other things, is known for its rich dyes and silks, which would be excellent in our business. Furthermore, they will need ships to transport all of these goods. Ships which your grandfather can provide. A shipping family, a clothing family, a shipwright family, all bound by matrimony to form a nice little business venture. And together, our futures are certain and assured.
I mean, man,
Besides, House Moreau is set to become one of the most powerful in Waterdeep over the next few decades. They're almost at the status of a great house. Your marriage to Jimheim puts them one step closer to that.
I wonder how Vivian would feel about this.
It's a shame she's not here to tell us.
I mean, I'd probably get her to talk to you, but I mean, she's kind of busy. She doesn't want to talk to any of us anymore. We saw her just a few days ago, actually.
I don't know what I saw. Liar's Night. People played cruel pranks on Liar's Night.
Well, we talked to her afterwards, and it was definitely her.
Well then, why don't you produce her sometime? We can have a conversation. Maybe she can help us. Maybe she'll meet her obligations.
Nah, she doesn't. She didn't want to come home either. Like I said.
It's almost. It's almost like It's almost like you're making this up as you go.
I mean, you guys saw her.
We don't really know what we saw, honey. What?
No,
Why
I mean
would-
my
why-
friends here. Oz, Maz, King.
Yo,
Yeah, we saw her.
Yeah.
Listen, no offense to all of you. I'm sure you're all perfectly nice people, but I don't know you, and as far as I know, you don't know Vivian.
I think we know her pretty well.
You also have caused you're friends with Verity, and I appreciate that, but it also means you're not necessarily the most reliable. I'm not trusting some goblin pimp.
That was my third job, okay? I'm no longer that.
And she says that like loudly enough, or loud enough that other tables look over.
I'm a drug dealer now. I don't do that anymore.
Oz, not the place, not the time.
One of the waiters comes over. I'm sorry. Is there a problem?
Yes, the toast points are not here. We've been waiting forever.
True. Where's my not?
Laz is deeply relieved that King is making that display to distract from the other display.
If I have to wait one more minute for the Toast Point Tower and my bloody amounter, I'm going to cause a ruckus.
Give me your intimidation check.
Perfect.
Yeah.
13.
13. The guy's just like, sir.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
The guy's like, sir. We apologize. We're busy. We'll see what we can do. He looks over at the Valentine's. Miss Valentine, are you okay? I'm perfectly fine. Although, put our order on our tab. I think I've lost my appetite. Dear, I don't think this is necessary. Let's go, Tyrion. She stands up, looks at you, baby.
I look at him.
Daughter.
Father. Mother. We'll see you later then.
Well, bye, Verity. As they're heading out, you can see Tyrion's trying to, like, calm Kaya down.
And I'm like mumbling.
Well, that was emotionally exhausting between them taking forever with toast points and whatever all that was. But wait, sir, could you bring us all each a pancake with a whipped cream smiley face on it so we'll feel better? Thank you.
Your toast points, your bloody Ilmater, and your smiley face pancakes are brought promptly.
Oh, goody.
Awesome. Well,
V.
Oz, did you get anything? Did you find anything
He
on the
ordered
table?
nachos. Oh.
No, the table.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got. Thank you for remembering my nachos.
What he ordered?
Thank you for remembering my nachos.
We got our eyes on the fucking prize, baby.
Yeah, check this out, and I like pull out my
Mhm.
the side here, and it's like a dangling
Yeah. So,
metal
Oz,
tube.
what you have, what you found in there was a little metal tube. I'm gonna go ahead and show this. Boop. So, inside the tube, you find a little scroll of paper. One thing I should mention is that this metal tube, it is decorated in such a way that it matches a metal cylinder, Vivi, that you found back in that clock, that grandfather's clock, under clue number 3. You found 2 items in that one. You found that metal cylinder with this, with similar to a scroll tube that had dials for entering a 6-digit key code, and the second was a slip of paper that had the message that you actually followed. So this metal tube seems like it's connected to that cylinder that you found, this key code thing. The slip of paper inside reads, I guess it all started when I was born. I was so young when I started my private lessons. I don't remember how long it took for Jim and I to start dating, but it all ended when we broke up.
Does it? What does it say?
Something probably to do with when Vivian and Jim broke up.
Did they break up at like a certain place, or?
I mean, probably. It was a very mutual breakup. They were still friends.
You remember where she went?
No, I was not there.
Do you remember what day it was and where she could have possibly gone on that day at that turn for the event of what happened when he did the thing?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Roughly.
The
Yeah,
obvious
private
answer is to
lessons.
finish breakfast and then talk to Jem.
Yes.
Oh, that is definitely the obvious
That's,
answer.
yep. Yes, it is. Jem would know.
Jem was there.
Jem was there. Out of all of us
Jem was
that
there.
would have been there. Jem was there.
He was there. I was not there, but Jem was there.
Laz and Vivi, roll me intelligence real quick.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna say that's ignoring 2/3 of the riddle. So.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Well. Okay. Yeah, Vivi. Like you said, it's ignoring 2/3 of the riddle. With a 22, maybe if you started sentence by sentence and tried to break it down. As you're looking at it, you notice that there are separate sentences here, and they actually seem to like keep referring to dates or numbers of some kind.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we get all the numbers from this, what would we do with those numbers? Would it be like the code to a lockbox? Would it be...
You
What
do
the-
have a that metal cylinder that you found earlier that has a
The
6-digit. That has
code.
the dials for a
Hmm.
6-digit key code. Yeah.
Ooh.
Each dial
that-
has 6 little dials, each numbered 0 through 9.
Laz will point
So
out
her
that that's
age. Her age is at the
3
time.
date- Yeah, that's 3 dates. So that would make sense.
She was born. She started with lessons. When they started dating, when they broke up.
Well, she specifically says she doesn't remember when they started dating, so you skip ahead to when they broke up.
I don't remember how long it took for them to start dating, but when they started dating is a time, or is a number of her age. It's how old she was at these times, most likely.
Right.
But that's
But if she... Max, that is an excellent point.
That's Vivian.
Excellent point, Vivian.
Yeah, Vivian, where are you? What does it mean?
Tell me.
Oh,
Where are the
no,
drugs
that is-
going?
again, my apologies. So, yeah.
But that's still not enough digits for the code.
Well, if she doesn't remember how long it took for her and Jem to start dating, that implies that there wouldn't be a date for that because she doesn't know how long it took, which means she wouldn't know when it happened. So you've got 2 digits for when for a date for when she was born. 2 digits for a date for first day of lessons. 2 digits for the breakup. Theoretically.
We could try that.
I'm sorry. So what's going on?
It's 2 digits for each.
Laz is
date.
suggesting that these are dates, not ages, and that they're 2 digits each, and that
Mhm.
there are 3 because there's not an exact
6 for enough for code.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And honestly, if we get a fourth set of 2 for when they start dating, and we have an extra set of 2 numbers, we can just try it with and without, and just kind of
correct.
exactly just get brute force away from there once we have our pool to work with.
Okay.
Also true.
So if somebody would like to give me a 6-digit code to enter here.
I'd be the only one with dates.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody at the table just turns and looks at Vivi. Do you know your sister's birthday?
Well, yeah, I'll Turiag 19. It's very close to my birthday. 6 days after my birthday. I mean, I don't remember specific dates for when she started school, which is why I think is her age at that time and not dates specifically. So let's start with that.
It could be a combination of dates, age. It could be there may not necessarily be a uniform pattern to the numbers. It's just that numbers. Look, maybe start with take the sentence one by one and try and answer it on its own terms.
Well, I guess we could do that. So when she was born, let's do 19th. The 19th. She started school for private lessons, not school. Private lessons when she was, let's see, she about 9.
So 09?
09. I guess. When they broke up when she would have been about 17? 190917?
190917. So that's the code you're entering?
Yep.
Okay, so you type in those numbers. Beep! And you see a little light appear on the end of that metal cylinder that glows yellow.
Yellow? What does yellow mean?
One success or one attempt tried.
Attempt. That's messed up.
Uh-oh.
Do you think she
Hmm.
program a thing in where, like, after so many failed attempts, it, like, self-destructs? Or...
That'd be bad. Maybe we shouldn't try
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, maybe we should probably figure this out before
Maybe let's eat.
trying again.
Finish eating.
Let's
And go back to the
talk
bar.
to
And then talk to
Jem.
Jem.
Let's talk to Jem.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You guys eat up your little meal here, your toast points and your bloody omators and all that stuff, your nachos, your meat omelets,
Whose cheese is it?
your extra cheese omelets. Once you
It's
guys
nacho
finish
cheese.
up, grab your metal tubes and head on back to the bar and maybe consult with Jim and see how it goes. And I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Bring Ezo some boiled eggs.
Yes. One other thing is when you guys get back to the bar, a familiar face is waiting for you. It is a water genasi, horribly burnt on one side, barely, heavily obscuring and sort of warping the vaguely dolphin-shaped tattoo he once had on that side.
Shit.
But as you guys get back there, Shark, aka Dolphin, looks at you, King. Mr. Radomir wants to have a word with you. And we'll end it there for tonight.
Oh, joy.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if this whole mini arc's gonna end with him going into the sewer again. We'll find out.
The mini arc's going to end with what?
With him being dumped in a sewer again.
Oh.
I endorse this plan.
We're always going in the sewer. He's going in the sewer. We're all going in the sewer. It's a sewer time. What if we just kill him?
I mean, if he tries to
Good.
mess with us, well, now they work with Radomir. That'll probably put us in bad terms with Radomir, because I think he's a Radomir lackey now.
Yeah, Radomir took him in off the street, so he's going to make him a big deal.
Is that something happened in episode 1?
That happened
Who
relatively recently.
do we know or did we remember of when who he was working for? Episode 1.
Episode 1, he was just on his own.
Yeah, I think the timeline for Dolphin is episode 1 he was just a common street thug who tried to mess with us. We beat him up down to a sewer. Next time we ran into him, it was when King was doing that kind of first little job for Tanavast, and it seems that he was doing it as well. And that's when King.
Yeah,
blew up that
he'd formed a little street gang and was trying to sort of hone in on your turf.
Exactly, and King blew him up, dumped him in a sewer. That's where we first met Shades, who much later turned into a B-Team character. And we didn't see him for a long time after that. I think in our last B-Team adventure, we got a little kind of little peek at the fact that Dolphin is working with Radomir, after he talked with Shades during that last B-Team adventure. I think I have the timeline right there.
That is correct, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's still a chance we'll kill him, but that might be if he crosses Radomir or we cross Radomir. Either way, now the side with Radomir won't be as
campaign ends with you guys dumping this man down a sewer.
He ends up being the final boss.
And his army of sewer rats.
Hey, we have an army of sewer frogs
And moon rats. True.
and moon rats to combat the army of sewer rats.
The real
Just
story.
pointing this out.
The real story is the territory war between the moon rats and the sewer rats going on in the background.
The secret war.
The secret, yes. You've uncovered the hidden world.
Like in our walls right now, where we're not there, one of those members is giving a very like impactful speech about how they can't, let the sewer rats continue the depravity and crimes they're doing.
They may take our lives, but they may never take our squeak, 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 squeak. Guess we'll have to wait another month.
Give me cheese or give me death.
Fascinating as this is, as this conjecture is, about the secret war between the rats. It is rather late. I think I'm going to turn in here, guys. Thanks for playing. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for running.
Great
Thank you
session.
for running.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Hang on, let me make sure I got. Yeah, okay, I'm right. Yeah, I got all my numbers right. I know what I'm doing. I'll get
Me
the
too.
end. Okay. I didn't fuck up that clue. Night, guys.
Good
Night.
Later.